all this. I watched her die, you know. Sick and miserable at the end. But surely she remembered our moments of pleasure. Ecstasy. In Paris, or even in Soho. I miss my daughters. Ah. Anniversary of the Gulf War. A victory short and sweet. I know about these victories short and sweet. With a field strewn with 1,000 bodies. Children dying for want of food and medicine. Europe and Africa, Palestine. People killing one another over boundaries. Did you ever not read what I wrote 150 years ago? Get rid of these national boundaries. No more visas, no more quotas, no more flags to some national figure. No more immigration quotas. Workers of the world, unite. Now I confess I did not reckon on capitalism surviving. I didn't imagine that there was enough drugs to keep the sick system alive. War to keep industries going and people crazed with patriotism so they would forget their misery. Religious fanatics promising the masses that Jesus would return. I know Jesus. He's not coming back. I was wrong in 1848, thinking capitalism was on its way out. Oh, my timing was off by a little bit, perhaps by 200 years. But it will be transformed. It will be. It's happening now. All the systems of the world will be transformed. People are not fools. I remember what your President Lincoln said, that you can't fool all of the people all of the time. Their common sense, their instinct for decency and justice will bring them together. Now don't scoff. It's happened before, it'll happen again, on a much larger scale. And when it does, the rulers of our societies will be able to do nothing to prevent it. With all their wealth, with all their armies, they won't be able to control it. Your servants will not serve anymore. And your armies will disobey orders. Yes, capitalism has accomplished wonders unsurpassed in history, miracles of technology and science, but it's preparing its own death. Its voracious appetite for profit. More, more, more. And this only creates a world of turmoil. It turns everything, art, literature, music, beauty itself, into commodities to be bought and to be sold. It turns human beings into commodities. And not just the factory worker, the physician, the scientist, the artist, the poet, the actor. All must sell themselves to survive. And what will happen when all these people realize that they are all workers and they all have the same enemy? They will join with others and fulfill themselves. And not just in their own countries, Because capitalism needs a world market. Its cry is, free trade. Because it needs to roam free in the globe in order to make more profit. More. But in doing so, it creates, unwittingly, a world culture. People cross borders more now than any time in history. And by doing this, what happens? Ideas cross the borders. Something new is bound to come from this. When I was in Paris with Jenny in 1843, I was only 25. And I wrote that in the new industrial system, people are estranged from their work because it is distasteful to them. They are estranged from nature because of smoke and the smells and the noise invade their senses. It's called progress. They are estranged from others because everyone is set against everyone else, struggling to survive. And they are estranged from their own selves, living lives that are not their own, living lives they don't want to live. So a good life, a good life is possible only in dreams and in fantasy. But it doesn't have to be that way. There's still a possibility of choice. Not only a possibility, I grant. Nothing is certain. That's clear to me now. I was too damn certain. Now I know. Things can change. But people have to get off their asses. I have a suggestion. Pretend you got boils. Pretend you have boils. Pretend that sitting on your ass gives you enormous pain, so you have to stand up, you have to move, you have to act. It is our world. It's time we start taking advantage of it. Now let's not speak anymore about capitalism or socialism. Let's just speak of using the incredible wealth of the world for human beings. Give people what they need. Food, medicine, clean air, pure water, trees and grass, pleasant homes to live in, some hours of work, more hours of leisure. And for God's sake, don't ask who deserves it. Every human being deserves it. Well, it's time for me to go. Do you resent me coming back and irritating you? Look at it this way. It's the second coming. Christ couldn't make it, so Marx did. Fulfill all those checks I handed out. Ladies and gentlemen.